Hi, boys and girls. It's Pastor Jenny here talking to you. I'm at my house again, and I am talking to you about what it means to be part of a team and what it means to be working together to spread the good news. So we're going to talk about that. But first, I want to talk to you about something else. What is this? A domino, right? Yeah, that's a domino. So maybe you've seen dominoes before. Maybe you've played dominoes. So dominoes, in case you haven't, is where you take, everybody has dominoes. You split them up. You can buy these in a set. Maybe you probably have some at home somewhere. You buy them in a set, and then you have to find two of them that match. And then you can put those two together. So kind of like... I don't think I can do this, but we'll try. I'm doing like a selfie thing today. There, sort of. So you see how I have a square, right? Do you see the square? What color is the square? Green, right? And so then I have another green square on this domino so I can kind of match those up. So that's how you are supposed to play dominoes, play the game. And it's very fun. If you've never played the game of dominoes, you definitely need to check that out. But the other fun thing that you can do with dominoes is you can put them out and make like in a line. And then when you hit one of them, the other ones go down. Now, if you've never seen this, you definitely, as soon as this is over today, this video, you need to go check this out. Go online, ask your parents if it's okay maybe, but go to YouTube or somewhere and type in dominoes or domino competition. And you're gonna see the coolest things. Did you know that there is a World Domino Day? Did you know that? It's November 17th. And every year on Domino Day, people try to set a record for the new biggest number of dominoes to be set up and then to be toppled over. And the current record, you ready for this? The current record is 4.4 million dominoes. I can't even picture that. I can't even picture how big of a room that you could find that you could put 4 million dominoes in. But that's the current world record. So if you want to get going, you better start buying dominoes and setting them up, right, for 4 million. But no, we couldn't do that, right? So 4 million dominoes, and they all start with just one domino. One domino, and you hit it, and then that one hits the next one, and that one hits the next one for 4 million. Isn't that crazy? Well, I thought we would kind of check this out. So I am going to take a video of my domino setup. So here we go. You ready? So you can do this at home, but here's my domino setup. So see, so we've got dominoes down here, right? And then they're spread out just the right amount, I hope at least. So when each one gets hit, it's going to go and knock down all these dominoes. So this was one. Let me see how many dominoes are in here. Let's look. 55 jumbo dominoes I have here. Okay, so I'm going to show you what happens when you just have a couple of them. So I'm going to move these because if I do them too close, right, the whole thing will go. So here we go. So I'm going to show you. So we've got one domino. Whoops, they're there. And when I touch just this one, it's going to hit that one, which will hit that one. Okay, you ready? Say 3, 2, 1, go. You ready? 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So not super exciting, I suppose, but can you imagine having a lot more than just 3? So here we go. I don't know if this is going to work or not, but I tried it. So we're going to just have one domino. And then that domino is going to hit the next one, right? And then here's my course. So I tried to be fancy right here and split it. See it? And then they're all split up. And then they're hopefully, this part right here is the part that's going to be really interesting to see if I even can get that right. And then it'll end this way. And then some of the competitions, they have like the dominoes, and then this domino knocks over like something that will make a ball bounce, or all these other crazy things. You definitely have to check it out. It's so cool. But all right, so here we go, you guys. I should put some music behind this, except it's just going to take 2 seconds. You'll be amazed at how quickly dominoes go. So we'll see. Let's see how it works. What do you think? You think it's going to work? that I'm going to just hit the first one and then all 52 other ones, or 51 other ones are going to go. All right, we'll see. Let's ask the dogs. What do you think? He's not saying. How about you, Max? Huh? They both wag their tails, so we'll see. All right, you're going to have to help me. We're going to go 3, 2, 1, go. And then we're going to see what happens. I guess this is the best shot for this. Okay, everybody ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, almost. That was kind of cool. You see how it went the wrong direction than I expected. And then here we go. All right. So what did you think of the dominoes, huh? I'm a little disappointed that it didn't go all the way through, but still, most of them went. So I guess for my first time setting up dominoes, I did okay, I guess. But anyway, so the point of the whole thing was, I hope you had fun with that, by the way, and I really would encourage you to find a set of dominoes, or maybe you can ask your parents to buy you some if you don't have any, and set them up, and then you can do all kinds of fun things with them, but definitely check out some videos on YouTube. But anyway, the point of this was that one domino started the whole thing. Well, should have. Mine didn't work exactly right, did it? But one domino affected change in all the other dominoes, right? That one domino hitting the next one, and they all were affected. Well, what does this have to do with the Bible or with our church? Well, think about it. All it takes is one person to do something positive or to help other people, and then that person affects the next person. And then that person hears God's words and he feels God's love from you. And so that person affects the next person, right? So it's really interesting how we are able to make a real difference in the world. And you go, well, I'm just one person, you know, how is that? I can't do anything. Yes, you absolutely can. Because by you being nice to people and kind to people and respectful to people, by you helping people if they need help with something, maybe they need some food, or maybe they need clothing, or maybe they need just a friend. They just need someone to just listen to them and talk to them. Those are all ways we can show God's love, right? And by you doing that, you are showing God's love. And guess what else might happen? Then maybe they are going to go, oh, I was really down, and this person came and talked to me. That was so nice of them. And then the next time they have somebody, they run across somebody who's down, they go, well, you know, I remember what that felt like, being really lonely and sad. And I remember when my friend came and talked to me. So I'm going to go do that for other people. And so then they start helping other people, right? And so then what happens? That person helps. Do you see how that works? So it's just like these dominoes that have it's called a domino effect. Maybe you've ever heard that term before. When one person does something nice, and then it affects the next person and affects the next person. Now, sometimes though, there is a negative domino effect. So let's see if I can think of a good example. Okay, ready? So let's say that okay, I got this. You ready? So let's say that your parents come home from work and they've had a really bad day. And so you say, hey, can we have pizza for dinner? And they go, pizza? We just had pizza for dinner yesterday. That's all you ever asked for is pizza. I spent hours making this chicken dinner and all you want is pizza. And you go, whoa, okay, fine. And then you go stomping in your room because you think, boy, your mom and dad were crabby at you. And then you go stomping in your room, and let's say your brother is in the room or your sister. And so hey, you want to play? And you go, no, I don't want to play. You're always asking me to play, and I don't feel like playing. So do you see what's happening? So you have one person who's kind of had a bad day, and then they are kind of short-tempered to the next person. So then that person gets nasty, and then, whoops, I just lost a domino. And then they in turn are kind of short-tempered and kind of mean to the next person. And before you know it, you've got this big, long domino effect, just like when my dominoes would get hit and each one would hit each other. Does that make sense? So sometimes it can be a negative thing. If we aren't being, if we're having like a bad day or something bad is like, we're not going to help you. And then the next person goes, well, I didn't get any help. Well, I'm not going to help the next person. And then it's called a domino effect, right? Where everybody gets affected negatively, like in a bad way. But at the same time, we also can have a positive effect. So what I like to think of too sometimes is that these dominoes maybe are kind of like our church members. Did you know that we have a meeting on Sunday where we kind of talk about our year? And it's called our annual meeting every year. And so we get together and we talk about what are some of the things that we did this year? What are some things that happened in our church? What are some things that we celebrate? What are some things that we're sad about? Maybe we had some church members that died and that made us sad, but we all were working together. And so this annual report or annual meeting is going to be kind of different, isn't it? Because something happened this year that none of us had ever dealt with before, right? And you probably know what it is, right? Living in a pandemic when there were a lot of people that were sick and you couldn't go to school for a while and you haven't been able to go to the movies and you've got to wear masks all the time, right? So there's been a lot of different things that have been happening. But the good thing is that we are all in this together, right? All these dominoes all work together to make something happen. And that's what our church did too. We all worked together to help other people, to collect food for the food pantry, or to send cards to each other or notes, right? To make sure that everybody felt loved and that nobody was lonely. So that's what a church does at its very, very best, is they all work together. And they one after another, we all encourage each other. So the domino effect in a very good way, that we all are trying to show love to each other and encourage each other. So I just really pray that you can do that, that you remember that if you are doing something good for somebody, that maybe that will in turn, that they'll do something good. Another term that people use is called paying it forward, to pay it forward. So if somebody gives you an extra snack at lunch, they say, here, I've got some Oreos. Do you want these? And then you go, okay, well, what am I going to do with my Twinkie? Should I throw it away? No, I'm going to pay it forward. I'm going to say, hey, anybody want my Twinkie? And then somebody will go, yeah, I'll take your Twinkie. And then they'll say, well, what am I going to do with my little Debbie? Oh, and so then everybody can kind of then pay it forward. They can kind of show kindness to each other. And that's what I think is really important. So do you mind folding your hands? And let's pray. Dear God, help us to affect others in a positive way. We thank you for our church family and for you, God, who loves us. Amen. All right. Well, thank you. It was so good to talk to you today. And don't forget, see if you can find some dominoes. Have fun with those. And again, feel free to email me or text me and let me know if you got some. Better yet, set up a course like on a Saturday or something when you've got time, and then take the video and send it to me. I would love that. All right. I'll talk to you later. Bye.